friends, it's Lulu. We're gonna make an old Girl Scout craft that I was feeling nostalgic about and wanted to give it a modern day twist. So we're going to be making a sit-upon, one that I made in the Girl Scouts in the 60s and they're still making today. But today we're going to use duct tape. Back in the 60s, I used contact paper, cardboard, and newspaper. And this is just using contact paper, a tote bag, and some plastic, recycled plastic bags that you get from the grocery store, if you're lucky enough. If you can't, if your stores in the states you live in don't give the plastic grocery bags anymore, you can just use batting. But for this project, we're going to recycle plastic grocery bags. So I'm taking this Dollar Tree tote. Now, this tote is good for a child or a teenager, or a thin woman who doesn't, or a man that doesn't have a big bottom like I do. So for any other bag, you can pick a tote size that works for you. I also have this canvas tote that I'll be doing later for myself. But for today, since we have the size of the screen that we have, we're going to use the Dollar Tree tote. And all you're going to do is get your duct tape ready. And I bought way more than I needed to, so I'll have some for other projects. But I'm going to use the one roll of each. I picked a separate roll for the trim and one for the center. And they have such beautiful designs now of duct tape. Just crazy nice designs. And I got mine at Walmart in the craft section, and it is the duct tape brand. I have seen at Dollar Tree they also have some duct tapes. So Dollar General has duct tape. Just Hobby Lobby, you name it, you're going to be able to find fancy duct tape. And if maybe you just want an industrial duct tape. So what we're going to do first is get one of the plastic bags, and then we're going to stuff all the other plastic bags inside it to make our cushion. And this makes the whole thing pretty waterproof too, if you think about it, because if for some reason the duct tape had a gap in it at the end, it's going to just hang it upside down, let it dry out if it happened to get water in it. But I'm just wadding these bags up in here. Again, you can use a filler, a batting material for yours. You can use newspapers like they did in the old days. But these bags, actually, I can't remember how many I used, but I should have started counting them. Probably about 20 of them. And we're just wadding them up, getting them all crinkly, and just shoving them inside the bag. And when you're all done, you're going to tie the end of the bag. See how it's just cushiony? When you push down on it, it fills back with air, and it's just like a cushion. And you're just going to tie the ends so they don't come out of there, and just shove it on the inside. And then we're just going to start to seal it. So we're going to seal the end first. Now there's different things you can do here. I'm leaving the handles on it that are on the bag, but you can actually take those off and make long straps or do something else if you want to. You can get some fabric or some bias tape or whatever and make long straps so that you can make it more like a backpack or an over the shoulder, around the neck crisscross tote. It's so lightweight that when you are done, it's going to be less than 10 ounces if you're using just the plastic bags, the grocery bags. So now we're just going to go seal the top first, and we're going to pick we're just going to go along one side, and we're going to just make it so that half goes on one side of the bag and half goes on the other. And then when we do this, we're going to press the duct tape down, and we're going to cut where the straps are, just make two little slits so that you can actually fold the duct tape over to the other side. So you'll see when you're working this what you need to do, but you're just going to get it situated and then start to fold it over. But you're going to just press the ends together and you're just figuring it out where it needs to go, and then you're just gonna press it on, get the scissors and make the little slits like I said over by the handle, and then we'll be able to fold it over and then cut that slit off. Again, if you're going to do a backpack style, you're going to need to make a slit and get your straps ready first before you start finishing it off at the end. So you're going to have to figure out a configuration of making the straps. Now you can take a long piece of duct tape and fold it in half and make a strap that way also, and then just make one for each end and figure out again how you need to connect it and get those in there before you start wrapping it. That way when you wrap the bag in the duct tape, you're going to have sealed in those straps first. They'll be secure inside the bag. So once we get that folded over, it's just going to be all about wrapping the bag up, and it's pretty simple after that. And we're just going to take long strips of duct tape and do it one row at a time is what we're going to need to do. So have scissors ready, and I'm using old scissors. The reason I'm using old scissors so it's a little harder to cut is because I just don't feel like ruining a good pair of scissors with the stickiness of the duct tape, although I can clean them off with rubbing alcohol after. But sometimes I forget to do those things. Do you ever forget that when you're crafting? Ever forget to do those silly little things like clean your scissors? But I have an old pair of scissors that work for everything. And the way I sharpen those is I just use aluminum foil, and I just cut the aluminum foil with my scissors, and that helps give them a temporary sharpen. So see how cushiony it is? And when I push down on it, it fills back up. So I'm just squishing around the bag so that it fills the whole thing. And I'm really quite pleased so far with this. And that's just a $1.25 Dollar Tree bag. You could probably find them for $1 at Dollar General or some other stores or garage sales or flea markets. So here, sometimes they have them for like 70-something cents at other stores. I've seen them. I can't remember where, but that number just sticks in my head. So I take one strip and I wrap it all the way around, and then I'm not taking it off yet, and then I'm making my next row and going all the way around, and I'm just holding it down, pushing the bag down, because it's going to need to it's going to need to just go all the way around the bag and just a little over on the edge. Now, you might want to start at the other end. I don't know. This is the first time I'm actually showing you real time here, the first time I've ever made this. So I had the conceptual idea, and I was brave enough to just go on. This was from a from a live that I had done. And I just went ahead and did it. It took me 45 minutes total. Not even 45 minutes. Probably took me like 35 minutes total to make it. And so that's a good project. This would be a great project to do with kids. Now, see, you're working with duct tape, and so once it starts sticking, it's harder to start manipulating. So just go real slow with it. You don't want to have wrinkles in it if you can avoid it. But if you do, just smooth them out. It's just a sit-upon project, right? It's not a project that is something that is going to require perfection. But if you can, get it as perfect as you can. So yeah, I'm just loving this fun project because it reminds me of when I was a child and we were in the Girl Scouts, and our troop leader had us, I think we paid 25 cents a week. I don't know what they pay now for Girl Scouts, but we paid 25 cents a week for Girl Scouts, and that was pretty cool. And I think that's probably where my crafting started. That inspired me to do these fun things. And so I'm going to be bringing back some other ideas that we did and seeing how we can change them with the products that we have nowadays. And I'm sure the girls and boys and Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, are just enjoying being able to do these things with modern tools. Not like when we did and all we had was Elmer's glue or rubber cement and airplane glue and all that good stuff, and the Scotch tape. But now we've got all this good stuff. It's pretty darn fun. So all this is going to take is one roll, and actually not even a full roll. So, and I'm just pushing it down, making it a little easier so that it's a little more uniform throughout the, the craft. Now, I'm not pushing it down too much where we don't have a cushion, because we still will have a cushion at the end, but I just want it to all be pressed down. Just taking this glue or scissors and just wrapping it. It's really, look at that. It fills back right up there as soon as I push down on it. That was kind of an amazing thing for me. I wasn't thinking it would do that, but that's pretty cool. And I guess that's because you put them all inside one bag and wadded them up. But where they're getting their air is at the end of the straps. There's a little, and the canvas, I guess, that's on there right now, but we'll be covering that up. So there we go. So we've got the whole thing wrapped up. And look at that. Isn't that cute? I love the colors. And this would be really, I mean, this still fits me. I could still use this one. But I can keep this in the car. Like I said, it's less than 10 ounces. I can keep this in the car. And if I'm going out someplace and I want to have a little cushion, I can just pull it out. If you're going to a picnic, a sporting event, you can do this in team colors. You can do it with the kids, or just for yourself, and you can do it in the team colors of the team that you like to support. And you can just throw it on your shoulder like a purse, or you can make longer strips, like I said, for straps. And so now I picked a trim, and we're just going to trim it up. And when you trim these things, I'm going to be putting half on each side, so I just want the length of each piece that I'm going to be doing. I don't want to overlap it. So I'm going to put half on one side of the bag and half on the other and just fold it over. And we'll just do that all the way around. So you want to be a little more precise on where you're putting it, because you're going to be folding it and you want it to look even if you can. And that is a little more challenging, but not that bad. See, and I thought that this would be really cute to have this. Now, if I wanted to sew, I could use a bias tape and put that around it too, I guess. But why? We're just doing this easy project. It doesn't require a lot of tools. So why would I pull out a sewing machine? But if you want to get fancy, you could do that. Also, if you want to get really fancy, if you have a Cricut machine and you have permanent vinyl, you can put your team name on the front of it, or you can put your name on it, or your child's name, or a cute little design. And that's getting real fancy. And that kind of personalizes it. So the more difficult part is going slow around the strips, and we're going to do the same thing we did when we started out on the top where the straps are. But we're going to want to do it really slow, like I said. But we're going to do it on both sides. So we're taking it and wrapping it over to one side. Then we're going to get another strip and fold it over to the other side, just so we have those straps sealed in really nice. And this is just the cutest little thing. I'm telling you, I had so much fun doing this. I did that on my live on Facebook, and I had so much fun doing it that, chatting with everyone. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, my page is Lulu Crafting with a Purpose. And again, here, just as it is here on YouTube. And I try to post a lot of the content on both. Faster videos for y'all here on YouTube. So this is it. I just think it's the cutest thing. It was a nice memory. It was fun talking about all the things that I did in the Girl Scouts, which was a good time for me back in the 60s. And so I was in Brownies and Girl Scouts, and I think it was just a great thing that helped shape me, and it was just a lot of fun. So come on back and see me for some more fun. I'll try to do some more quick little projects like this that are going to be good to do with the family, or just just for yourself. Use your imagination and make them as exciting as you can, and send me some pictures so I can see how you did yours. And if you did anything really cool that would help me out for my next project, share it. Thank you. Bye-bye.